All right, guys, super excited. In this week's episode of North Idaho Hidden Gems, we're touring two houses in a pretty much secret neighborhood in downtown Coeur d'Alene. It's not Sanders, it's not the Garden District, it's not even the Fort Grounds. We're gonna show it to you next. Amazing houses, just as good proximity to downtown at a much lower price point, so stay tuned.
Hey, welcome to Map Time, guys. We're gonna take a look at a really awesome neighborhood here in downtown Midtown Coeur d'Alene today. Again, this is Connor Hammonds with the Living CDA Realty Group, brokered by EXP. We do these hot deals and hidden gem videos as much as we can, trying to flesh out some deals that we see within Coeur d'Alene, or just listings that catch our eye, and neighborhoods that maybe you aren't super familiar with as you do your searching of North Idaho. So I try and cover the whole map in terms of picking each week a different neighborhood to highlight, and just check out listings from the ground, do little house tours like you were like a virtual buyer, because a lot of times when you're trying to look at places to move, you'll be able to look on Zillow at listings, and you might be able to research a little bit in terms of videos and what they have to offer. But I wanted to really get a more detailed opportunity for you to view these neighborhoods and as well as the houses inside, so you know how far your money goes here in North Idaho. If you're interested in videos like these, we're trying to do them continuously all year round, and make sure you tap that bell, hit that subscribe button so you're notified every time I put out a new video highlighting a neighborhood and a couple listings. Would love to get your feedback. If you are looking to make the move to North Idaho, I run a team here of full-time dedicated agents. We love to set up a Zoom call. We love to set up a phone call. Figure out really what you're interested in, what type of living, what type of property, whether it's on acreage, whether it's downtown, whether it's condo living, lake living. We got a lot of different styles here. I'm born and raised in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, so I know it like the back of my hand. I'd be happy to jump on an initial phone call or a Zoom call to just kind of brainstorm and game plan for you. But you got to reach out. So I can't read your mind. Shoot me a text, give me a call, message us, email us, however you got to get a hold of us. Reach out, because we'll help you find the right spot to live here in North Idaho. So today, like I said, we found two listings kind of in the downtown area. It's a little bit on the outskirts. So the nice part about this neighborhood is you're not right down in the hustle and bustle of downtown Coeur d'Alene, but you are close enough to take a long walk, take a bike ride down, and enjoy, the restaurants, the coffee shops, all the things that downtown has to offer, the park, Tubbs Hill, the lake, all those great things. I like to call it kind of the alphabet neighborhood, because it's a little quadrant that has the streets are labeled A Street, B Street, C Street. And I'm going to zoom in here and kind of show you where these are at. And let's just dive in right here. So it's a really small area, and like I said, it's pretty much downtown, because you just cross Northwest Boulevard here and you're into the Fort Grounds neighborhood. You can get down to Memorial Softball Field. There's a amazing city park right here next to Independence Point. Let me switch over to the satellite view for you so you can get a little bit better view. But here we have kind of just below the cemetery here is A Street, B Street, C Street, D Street. And again, you cross over Northwest Boulevard. Here's the city park. An awesome play structure for kids. Summertime, it gets pretty crowded here on this beach. It's where a lot of the tourists come. There's basketball courts. There's a band shell, so there's a lot of times concerts in the park that will happen. Independence Point right here, it has these steps and some grassy area. You can spend time at the beach. There's seaplane services. You can rent kayaks, and there's a parasail company right here on the dock. So it's really close to the heart of everything that is downtown. North Idaho College is very close by. So overall, it's a very convenient neighborhood. And I know we've done a lot of videos targeting the three kind of main destination neighborhoods in downtown Coeur d'Alene. The three of those I always refer to as Sanders Beach, which is right here on the east side of Tubbs Hill. You have the Garden District, which is going to be right north of Sherman and pretty much up to Montana, and from 4th Street to 11th Street. That's the quadrant that is generally considered the Garden District. And then the third one is the Fort Grounds. So this area isn't usually lumped into that, but when you see how geographically it's located, it's in just as a convenient location as those other three. And it's just, you're able to find some homes at a little bit lower price point, which is awesome. And so one of the cool things also about this neighborhood is you have a lot of older homes, a lot of like 20s and 30s builds, so a lot of really unique houses. There was also a few sprinkled new construction that have been sprinkling in as well, just like all the other downtown neighborhoods. When a home gets to a point where it's too old and dilapidated, there's been some really good quality builders that have come in and built new construction homes. But there you can find a lot of really cool craftsman style homes in this neighborhood. And then also you're really conveniently located to the health corridor. So a lot of times in this neighborhood and the kind of the up Lincoln Way and Government Way, for investment property purposes, it's a very popular area for people who want to rent their homes out to traveling nurses. As you can see, Kootenai Health, our main health hub in North Idaho, is located just a few blocks north here, right in the corner of I-90 and US 95. So a ton of health facilities in this area, and that makes this neighborhood also, like I said, very attractive for if you're looking for an investment property and want to rent out specifically to traveling nurses, or just an investment property in general. Airbnb, it still works here because you're so close to the lake. So a lot of options here. So when I was scanning the listings the other day, I was looking into this neighborhood in particular, and I found a couple listings that I thought, man, these are kind of in a good price point, and location wise are fantastic. So wanted to highlight them today in our Hidden Gems episode. First one I'm going to pop over onto the tab here is on B Street, 816 B Street. Actually, we're going to go to that one second. So, but it's listed with Chad Oakland at Northwest Realty Group, 816 B Street. Listing price is $685. 3 bedrooms. It's got over 2,800 square feet. Like I mentioned, older craftsman. It's a 1924 build. And if I pop into some of these photos, let's go back. Check out some photos of this one. You got that front porch, walkway, curb appeal is fantastic. Everyone loves the front porch living on these older craftsman homes. You have the archways, so there's a lot of details that are still in this house. Obviously, it's still a little bit dated in the kitchen, flooring and stuff, countertops, but those are things you could definitely upgrade and increase the equity in this home. But in terms of having 3 beds, overall, it looks like it's been very well taken care of and in good shape. And we'll take a look, and there's a big unfinished basement area which could actually add value. Obviously, when we go take a look at this, we'll see what the ceiling height is. But overall, this listing stuck out to me as one that we'd like to take a look at. So we're going to show you guys that one today. I'll head back to the map. So that's there on B Street, and the other one is going to be on C Street, I believe. Let me get the detail and show you that one as well. And this is just a good reminder too, while I'm getting the details on this house, that we have a relocation guide. I know I mentioned it before on videos, but if you're interested in learning about what to do, what events are happening in the summertime and throughout the year, shopping, dining, all the good things that us locals know and have good advice for in terms of living here in North Idaho, we have an awesome relocation guide. If you're interested in that, message us, send me a email, or just a comment down below on this video, and I'd be happy to send you that via email. or even mail you a hard copy if you wanted to just have one in hand if you make a trip up here as a little bit of a guide. Let me pop over the C Street house we're going to be taking a look at. This one's listed with Greta Snodgrass at Best Choice Realty, 912 C Street. This one's at a lower price point, so $525 for 4 beds, 2.5 baths. Less square footage, so it's only 1,500 square feet. But again, an older, charming house built in 1937, so it's a 30s house. Let's pop over into a couple photos. We'll take a look at this one. Again, you got the archways. Looks like new flooring, a little bit more updated all throughout. So I really liked this one. The outside looks like it may be the part that you could update a little bit with the vinyl siding. But overall has a little combination of being updated with some older finishes as well. So you can still add some equity, I think, to this property. We're going to check that one out. This is actually going to be the first one we're going to pop over to on C Street. Then we're going to see the B Street house. I'm going to meet up with Lexi and Cody, do house tours so you can see it boots on the ground for yourself. And it's two really quality price points for the location. When you look at it, we're at in the 600s and then in the low 500s. And to have that location so close to downtown Coeur d'Alene and all the amenities, as well as even if you go up here over to the left, Riverstone and the new Atlas waterfront, all that area is all within easily biking distance. You can pop down to the Centennial Trail, connect to the Prairie Trail, and really get that downtown living for less than what you'll find at Sanders Beach, what you'll find at the Garden District or the Fort Grounds. It's more of like a midtown level price points in this neighborhood. So gonna take a look at the Alphabet Street neighborhood right here. And again, if you have any questions on any of these listings as we tour them in person, make sure you comment. We'll get you the information on them. If you want to get a more in-depth one-on-one personal tour, even if you're not making the move up here quite yet, we could do a virtual tour for you and connect that way. So reach out and let's go take a look.
All right, guys, we're here at my favorite part of the video, taking a tour of the houses in person. Cody's in this first one here on C Street. It's 912 C Street, listed with Greta Snodgrass at Best Choice Realty. Best Choice Realty. She has an awesome listing here. Love this neighborhood like I showed you on the map. Let's take a look. It's a 1930s. They got snacks for us. Perfect. All right. I'll let you go in. Cody, what's happening?
Hey guys, welcome in. We're at C Street here in Coeur d'Alene. So this is just a few blocks away from downtown. You're real close to Northwest Boulevard, which can kind of get you anywhere. So location is pretty awesome here. The other thing that's really cool about these older homes in the Coeur d'Alene area is you do have an option to potentially do an ADU on these properties. So and this one actually has 2 garages currently, so it's already kind of there for you if you wanted to convert one of those into an additional living space. So,
yeah, and like I was mentioning on the map video, a lot of these homes are built in the 20s and 30s in this neighborhood, but sprinkling in a lot of new construction too, as we saw when we were driving around. But it's cool. There's still some old craftsman touches in here. So as we go through, we'll highlight those for you. Looks like floors have been updated.
Floors have been updated. This is a 4.5, roughly about 1,500 square foot. So off the living space here, we've got bedroom number 1. There is a closet in here. And then a full bath.
You got the archways.
Yep, archways. You got a lot of windowsill details, which is typical in older craftsman homes. And then we've got another bedroom here. Again, like I said, there's a closet, so.
Bedroom number 2?
Yep, bedroom number 2. And then.
Circles through, huh?
Yeah, so it kind of circles through. We've got actually a pretty decent sized kitchen for an older home. I mean, in general, that a lot of times they're sectioned off rooms, which is pretty common, that style. But yeah, a lot of this is like, some of that detail work there is probably original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people some people absolutely love it. The older style homes where every room's different and it's not that wide open concept like everything that's being built new is. But it flows pretty well, this main floor. Now you're gonna see some kind of 1930s style steps coming up here. And I know those very well because my last home that I owned was a 1930s house with an upstairs, and had these fun steps.
So this is a pretty narrow staircase here as we make our way up to the master.
I think we've showed another house like this where we mentioned you might want to drink upstairs and try and walk down these. But, we'll get up here. But I think it's kind of the fun, quirky things about older homes downtown.
Yeah, for sure. There's actually 2 bedrooms up here technically, but they're currently using it as like a master suite combination. So you got bedroom there. And then
this way.
Bedroom here. And then there's a closet that they're using. Like they're basically using this as a closet space. But I mean, you know, a lot of times I'm barely touching. I mean, my head is almost to the top of some of these ceilings. This is probably 7 foot. So decent head space up here.
Yeah. So essentially a big master suite with a walk-in closet. For the entire upstairs. No bathroom. Oh, there is a bathroom. Yes. Like you just said. Sorry.
Yeah, that's your half bath.
Half bath.
Yep. And then we can make our way downstairs.
See if Lexi can video and do the stairs at the same time.
These are a little wider coming down here. And again, for an older basement, there is enough head space down here, which a lot of times is what you run into as issues on older homes, is you can barely stand in them, but there's enough space here. So utilizing it as another bedroom space. There is direct access to the outside from here, so you could turn this into a little studio apartment if you wanted to. That's
cool, and we'll show you from the exterior too how you get in there.
Yep.
It's very accessible. So yeah, this is already like set up perfectly for a studio apartment if you wanted to rent it out.
Yeah, a couple things you got to think about when doing that, like on these older homes, is you'd want to make one of these windows an egress window.
Yeah.
You know, just for safety reasons. And then you've got your second bath here. Whoop. Yeah, and it's not uncommon in these older homes to see spaces that are just somewhat finished.
Yeah.
All right, and then we'll take a peek out in the backyard.
Yeah, I love the lot in the yard.
Yep.
On this one. They have an ADU ramp here. A little gardening space to the right.
Yep, so you got a little yard space, a little gardening space. You've got your access to the basement, which we just talked about. And then 2 garage spaces.
Yeah, so if you wanted to have a tenant, I mean, you have the alley access there, and they have access to pretty much an apartment downstairs.
Yeah. You actually, if you wanted to buy this as an investment property, you could turn this into 3 rental units.
Yeah.
In one property. So you got your
little garage
in there.
Off the alley.
Off the alley, yep. And then off the back, we've got another garage here. This one would probably be your better option for converting it.
Yeah.
To an ADU, just because you'd want to use this as your garage space, you know, coming off the alley access.
And Lexi, as you can see, like I was talking about earlier on the map video, here's one of the brand new houses that's going up. And so you'll have a mixture. You can see across the street, some Craftsman, beautiful updated homes. We have this vacant lot, which will probably be another new construction home. This one looks like it's just probably recently completed. And these are gonna be $1 million homes, right? And so $1 million plus on those.
Yep.
And this one that we're touring right now is listed at $525. So yeah, it's a 1930s, it's got its quirks to it, but there's also some potential here of updating and building in some equity.
For sure. Yeah, I would say definitely, you know, these newer homes are gonna be probably north of $1 million. You might get some that are smaller, but that one right there is pretty big.
Yeah. All right. Spring is springing right now. We got the leaves coming soon. The flowers. We're, what day is today? The 16th of April? 17th? 17th of April?
17th, yeah.
So we're having amazing weather right now in North Idaho. So let's just pop out to the front as Lexi can tour through the kitchen, the living space. And honestly, this is not a bad size living room for a smaller craftsman home. I mean, we have this really big couch.
Yeah, this is a massive
If it
couch.
wasn't such a big sectional, you'd be able to see a little bit better the scale. But come on, let's head out. All right, so there you have it. There's our listing number 1 on our North Idaho Hidden Gems this week here on C Street, one of my favorite little pocket neighborhoods. It's almost like a secret neighborhood not a lot of people talk about, right? Mm-hmm. You talk about Sanders Beach, you talk about the Fort Grounds, you talk about the Garden District, but the Alphabet District, we should call it, is a little pocket that has some amazing hidden gems. So listing number 1, let's take a look at the second one. All right, hidden gem number 2 right behind me, 816 B Street. This one's listed with Chad Oakland at the Northwest Realty Group. A little bit higher price point, but a lot bigger rooms, kind of a more traditional layout. It's got a beautiful front porch. Let's take a look. Lexi's inside. She's gonna give us the tour of this one. We got, this one's actually a little bit older than house number 1. It's built in the 20s. We got a good front porch living. And head on in.
Hey, welcome to B Street.
B Street.
B Street. This house is just over 100 years old. It's got about 1,700 finished square feet and then an additional about 1,155 unfinished square foot basement, which gives it a ton of upside if you wanted to finish some extra square feet. But
very cool.
come on,
I can already see some of the old touches still in this house.
Yeah.
With the archway through.
This house, we think, was probably updated at some point, maybe in like the 1980s. It's definitely not completely 1924 original.
It comes with the 80s vacuum as well.
Yes, it does. It's 2 pretty good sized bedrooms on the main floor.
Okay.
This one's got what I would assume are the original hardwood floors.
Yeah, I wish it
but
was
some
throughout
newer
the whole
windows.
house.
I know they're
That'd be
really
nice.
pretty. A nice sized closet.
Very cool.
And then you have right now just the 1 bathroom, which is shared right here. And into...
Great ceiling height too on the main level for a 1920s.
Yeah. This bedroom is actually really large. So although it doesn't have an attached ensuite, the bathroom is right next door. You could definitely get a king size bed in here. It has a good size closet.
I'm wondering too, I mean, I'm wondering if you could back to back a bathroom, if there's enough space,
Right,
and then
you probably could.
move a closet over to the side. I mean, it's a huge room, so maybe you could get creative and
Get an extra bathroom in
adding
here.
a bathroom.
Yeah. So you've got a living room and what I would assume would be kind of your dining room space right here, which leads you into the kitchen, which has had some updates with newer appliances. And then you've got like a eat-in kitchen breakfast nook kind of area back here.
Very
if you
cool.
wanted to put an extra table. Cute little backyard, your washer and dryer right here, which is nice for, you know, someone who wants to have main floor utilities.
Yep.
Gives you the option to age in place.
Yep, you have all that you need on the main level, which is great.
But you also have an upstairs. Should we go up first?
Yeah, let's go upstairs first. You can show us that.
It's a very cool space up here.
And this house is listed for $685. I mean, it technically per the listing has 1 less bedroom but
about double the square feet.
double the space.
Yeah, so this is technically a bedroom. It does have a large closet there. I think it would make an awesome game room, bonus room,
Yeah.
craft room, whatever.
Theater room,
yeah.
whatever you want to do with
Got
it.
some really nice skylights for light, and of course, if you didn't want the air conditioning unit, you could have a little more light right there. But these do have blinds on them, which is nice. Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool space up here.
Yeah, this is big.
Oop. Don't run into the wall.
And then also, I saw there was an unfinished basement.
There is.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's take a look at that. We'll head on down. And so, yeah, I think even these stairs are doable. And it's real clean.
It's very clean, yeah. Tons of space down here if you wanted to throw in an egress window or two, give yourself some actual conforming bedrooms. And then you do have access right here to the backyard, which is a really nice feature.
Very cool.
So we'll lock that back.
Yeah, this is a huge space. I mean, ceiling height's still gonna be a little low, especially with the duct work, but it's doable to be able to be finished off. I mean, I don't think you could still make this great living space.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Lexi, comes with the
Every
pencil,
house.
pencil sharpener.
This is a standard thing. You have to include one of these.
Elementary school flashbacks.
If you were built before 1970, you must have a pencil sharpener in your basement.
Ton of storage. Even if you didn't want to make this living space, this is very clean for a house basement that's built in the 20s.
And it doesn't smell.
Does not smell. Plus. All right, let's head back up to the main level. Check out the backyard area. Nice little private space.
Super cute backyard. So you have this large carport area, a single car attached garage, and then a really nice patio space and a shed. There's lots of space back here.
And a reoccurring theme, brand new house on the other side of the alley here. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful day
It reminds
today.
me a lot of Sanders, how you see some of the original craftsman homes that have been updated, and then next door is brand new construction.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mixture neighborhood.
And then the door down into the basement's just right here, right off the main level.
So if you wanted to finish that and make it kind of a bonus
Again,
suite
you
or
could do that, for
apartment
sure.
or whatnot, they'd have their own access. They wouldn't have to go through the main house.
Very cool.
Yeah,
All right.
awesome.
Listing number 2. This one again is a little bit higher price point. What we're at, $685.
But that's because you've got a lot more, square footage here.
Yeah, honestly, the amount of updating needed to make it look like a really, really cute home is not very much. Just put in some new flooring, some fixtures and paint, and it's a whole new house. But great property. Listing number 2 here on B Street.
Easy to get downtown from here. This is still a neighborhood that you find people that live in other areas park in to walk downtown for like our major events. If they want to go to the fireworks and things like that, this is a neighborhood that people, would want to be in.
Absolutely.
So,
Like I on the map video I was showing, when you actually look from an aerial view, I mean, it's located just as close to downtown and the lake and the park and the beach as the Garden District or Sanders.
Right.
It's right there, but it's not talked about as much.
no,
And the prices are a little bit lower.
they are.
So,
Yeah, you get a lot more bang for your buck over here than you would just across in the Garden District, for
cool.
sure. Yeah.
So if this is the type of house you're looking for, if you want to be downtown, close to all the action, reach out to us. Again, we can't read your mind. Call, text, or email us, however you got to get a hold of us. We'll do a Zoom call, we'll do a phone call, find the spot you want to live, whether it's here, whether it's in a condo, whether it's on acreage way out of town. We got your back when you're moving here. So until the next video, guys, we'll see you later.